You're welcome back. This is Newsfile, it's your most authoritative news analysis platform, and here on Newsfile, as always, we put Ghana first. And Samson's take, I title it, Moral Society Alive in Kenya. Yeah, Moral Society Alive in Kenya. There are a number of things that happen in Kenya that makes you feel proud that in an African country, there's a lot of inspiration to take from them. There's a lot that, for example, our judicial system has had to copy from Kenya because they get certain things right. From how judges are appointed, for example, they do advertisements. Now we are getting there. There's no too much secrecy, so to speak, in some of those things. My focus is not about the demonstration by the youth in the week and the results they have gotten for it. They have successfully ensured youth, very young people, have successfully ensured that the president has withdrawn, revoked, and in the president's own words, deleted a finance bill that had been taken care of by Parliament, and the president had to action it. It reminds me of the protest over e-levy, and nobody listened. Practically nobody listened. But moral society is alive in Kenya. As they began their demonstrations, the police began to abuse them. A court swiftly made orders prohibiting the police from the reckless conduct that we find here in Ghana. This was very swift. In Ghana, it would have been a different story. It is almost as if it's guaranteed that either the police would have attempted to deny the demonstrators the opportunity to demonstrate with all the hollow and flimsy excuses, the shameful behavior that they put up. Not only in Accra, in some of the towns and villages, because a police officer simply doesn't want to get on the street and provide the protection, because they want to be comfortable on a particular day, they deny the request. It's really not a request, the notice to demonstrate. And they go and they still get ex parte injunctions against people in the rural communities. We don't talk about it. Here in Accra, demonstrations that are properly organized, advertised over a month, last minute, a day before, and the police will so shamefully run to a court seeking to stop the demonstration. And they will give all the flimsy excuses. And judges will be so quick to grant the police their request. And these days they say, oh, we are afraid of terrorism and so on. And so don't demonstrate at this place or that place. Really? This is the democracy where the Constitution, in its preamble and chapter 1, says sovereignty resides in the people. Ultimate power of the state resides in the people, and it must be exercised in the interest and for the welfare of the people. This is the state where the Constitution says justice emanates from the people. It is only administered by the handful of people who are appointed to oversee the judiciary. And police consistently will go to the court, and the courts, very strangely, are not rebuking the police and rejecting those very silly excuses that they give. They are so quick to just believe the police without any evidence, and they will injunct a demonstration. That is the birthright of the people as enshrined in the Constitution in chapter 5. A court in Kenya said you can't do what you are trying to do. The Kenyan Law Society, not the Ghana Bar Association in Ghana, the Kenyan Law Society rises up and speaks. In fact, the Chief Justice rises up and speaks and gives warning to the government and the police for their misconduct. Moral society is alive. The clergy, they are not acting sheepish. They are not joining the government and taking brown envelopes and singing party songs. That's not what the clergy is doing in Kenya. They are standing up for the rights of the people. I'm happy that the regulator of the pensions has issued a statement saying that the attempt to sell SSNIT hotels to Brian Echampon's Rock City must cease. I'm happy about that. But I was shocked to read from Elizabeth Ohene, who I took so much pride, who's been celebrated, who now is in several boards and is chairperson of some of them, writing to completely take away all the respect that people have had for her. She's speaking law. In 2014, she joined Occupy Ghana, and I was in that forum where she castigated the politicians over corruption and was disinterested in always running to the law for rescue. You don't see anything wrong in this process because you say no law has been violated. Let your conscience speak to you. The law is not everything. And that is my take. We'll be right back.